Fascinating matchup, this second semi-final for the right to fight John Marvin, who awaits in the final. The more experienced James Ozzy Osborne having his 8th fight tonight, and the unbeaten prospect Brandon Lewis, who's been waiting for this kind of opportunity. Different physical matchup as well. Taller, rangier Lewis, who, thanks to injuries and pull-outs and lack of opportunity, maybe his career maybe just stuttered a little bit, but he's been waiting for this. Someone who used to share an amateur gym and indeed a modelling shoot with Anthony Joshua once upon a time from Finchley ABC. Finally he's got his chance, and Barry, you and I have seen plenty of James Ozzy Osborne, who comes into this on the back of the first professional blip when he lost an area title fight against S.A. Smith. He was hurt in that fight. He showed extraordinary raw courage to get through it in the end. That was, of course, a defeat over 10 rounds. Very different kind of setup and format for him tonight.
Yeah, but he's a guy who gives his all, commits to every attack that he throws, and that's what makes him effective, but also can get him into trouble sometimes. So against a taller fighter, he has to make sure when he just explodes into his combinations that he commits.
And I think Osborne's kind of fast twitch style could be suited to this particular format.
Yeah, sure, for the 3 minutes, but you've got to get close enough to a taller fighter to be effective. You can't do it from further out. Maybe you've been afforded before. That's good work there from Osborne, though. Yeah, only one of those shots landed, sorry, but I mean, he's got that foot close.
Yeah, and it was because Brandon Lewis missed with the right hand, which he committed to himself.
But Lewis threw a lovely jab just at the start of the round and hasn't really used it since. I don't know why, that sort of like leaving out there pouring, but it's not good enough.
Always loved combat sports, Lewis. He was a British kickboxing champion before turning his attention to boxing. He did have a sprinkling of amateur fights, and here he is kind of 2 years into his pro career, finally getting the kind of opportunity that he's craved to perhaps launch himself forward.
It was good from Osborne, though. Even though he didn't land with nothing, he stayed nice and low, and that just allowed the punches of Lewis just to fly over his head.
He composed, Lewis, looking to find the space for the counters.
That's better for Lewis. That's the distance he needs to throw at, and never go any closer than that.
Particularly if he can measure Osborne with a jab, with that big, rangy length advantage that he's got.
A little feint there from Lewis there for let the hands go.
Good jab, and there the retaliation from Osborne was out of range. It's just started to get his timing together, Lewis, and the jab has been part of the success story in that when it has landed, just giving him something to find the range with. And certainly the Lewis corner will be happy with the way he felt his way into the second part of that round, and he clipped Osborne with the right hand, and Osborne is trying to close the gap at the start of this.
Yeah, that's the Osborne we've seen in the past, and they're fully committed to his attacks.
Well, I think the corner kind of read the riot act in terms of you don't have much time here, you can't let any moments in rounds slip away. That's a lovely slicing right hand there from Lewis.
See, that staying low is going to be a real good help there for Osborne. See, just see it there, you got nice and low. Lewis can't get the punches down low enough for it to keep the accuracy. That allows then Osborne to work off those loose punches and fire back in combinations.
Again, Osborne trying to commit, as he so often does, with some dangerous looking counter shots and straight shots as well from Lewis.
I think nothing really landed there from Osborne. It was the right idea, and he should do it, and that's what he has to do again and again. But he actually didn't hit the target at all there, that combination.
No, we're probably punch counting, because actually shots landing a few and far between, but the danger and the menace and the attempt and the difference in techniques is there for you to see. I'm quite impressed by the composure of Lewis.
Just see Osborne sitting, he brings that, you get that front foot in your stance, but he sits low and sits on that back foot.
And this little left hand in close to the body there from Osborne. Clipping right hand came in from Lewis before.
But in these rounds when no one's having real massive success or no one's really dominating, you do tend to want to go with the aggressor, don't you?
Yeah, but then again, who looks in control?
Yep. That's a good jab there from Lewis. Not using it enough, that left hand. I know he's against the southpaw, but he's got enough reach to negate that foot on the outside scenario and still get that jab through the middle.
Lewis has got that right hand cocked. There it is, and he missed, and that's the opportunity for Osborne to counter and retaliate, close the distance. It really is on a tight wire, isn't it, this one? One mistake, one moment where you overbalance, you feel that could be that. Again, Osborne, he's closing the gap, but not necessarily any clean work off it.
Did get the right hook over the top that landed though, so he had some success from that movement. This is where Lewis got to close the gap when Osborne takes that break. Got to try and close the gap clean. Another difficult round to score.
Certainly, I think fans will score on the illusion of what's happening.
Yeah, oh yeah.
The idea of...
Isn't that just boxing in general?
Yeah, it could be, Barry, it could be.
Unless someone totally dominates a fight, then it's always that, isn't it?
I forgot the gum shield. Lewis belatedly with his gum shield, so this could settle it. Faster hands there from Osborne.
Good left hand there from Osborne. And the right hook over the top.
Yeah, that's better. A couple of feints there from Lewis as well, but Osborne wasn't biting. Nice right hand there. And a faster left hand in return from Osborne. They are maybe trading successes here.
Yeah.
If it carries on like this for another minute and a half, someone's going to be aggrieved.
Well, it's just going to be somebody, someone makes a mistake and someone lands with a good shot, then the round's in the bag, isn't it? There's a uppercut down again there from Lewis. Yeah. Immediately the response from Osborne.
Yeah, it was a clipping right hook from Osborne. So I think they are trading scoring shots. I think the couple of the right hands, the more meaningful punches in this round from Lewis, but maybe we're splitting hairs. I think we might have to, though. Both landing body shots. It's been tit for tat.
Yeah, it really has.
There's that good jab from Lewis. His eyes wild with focus.
Underused weapon for him there, for Lewis. But again, it's because Osborne sits on that back foot so cleverly when you're trying to get you overreach.
And you and I, Barry, are obviously ringside and close, so we can see the battle of the front feet as well.
Yeah.
20 seconds to go. Still could yet be decided by this.
Oh, good right hook there from Osborne. Oh, it's tight. It's another tight one, isn't it?
Yeah, razor.
Judge Kevin McIntyre scores about 29-28 to Brandon Lewis. Judge Michael Alexander scores the bout 29-28. And your winner by split decision,